Hi, friends. In 2009, a British newspaper published a news in the Times. The article about the Iranian government has been published in this newspaper. Some newspapers make secret news about the government. Moreover, this news is related to a secret investigation conducted by the Iranian government. Its name is FIELD, for the expansion of Department of Advanced Technology. This news was reported by a secret organization that works on nuclear weapons. When the world is on fire, the countries of America and Israel are on fire. The two countries were in a hurry to stop this nuclear weapon and to destroy it. The both countries' target is the same person. He is Mohsen Fakhrizadeh. He is the founder of Iran's nuclear science, the country's nuclear weapon. From 1993 to 2003, the secret tests conducted in Iran were carried out in his presence. But after his death, all those tests were stopped for 6 years. Now you understood how this person is more important to that project. But if all this is a secret, how did it happen? What we have to say here is about Mossad. This is not the common intelligence agency. This is Israel's top most secret agency system. In 2020, when the whole world was in the midst of a corona pandemic, Mossad agents found the secrets of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh. In fact, America and Israel have been making a lot of efforts for many years. In 2020, when Mossad got the secrets and information, they spent at least 8 months on those programs to study and spy on them. They came to study Iran by explaining every step. On November 27, 2020, Mossad got a chance. Mossad agents parked a vehicle next to the highway. With the help of artificial intelligence, a FN MAG machine gun was installed in it that could be used by a remote. Exactly then, Mohsen Fakhrizadeh was going on that highway. Mossad agents operated the machine gun in Israel, about 1,000 miles away. The gun was fired 13 times. Nothing happened to Mohsen's wife, who was sitting 10 inches away. But Mohsen was killed by those bullets. As soon as he was fired, his security guards ran towards the vehicle where the bullets getting fired. But that vehicle was exploded at once. No evidence was left, as if Mohsen was not killed by the machine gun operated by the satellite. That's why the media reported that a riot took place in Tehran. Israel did its job so simple, which the US was not even success in that job. Because Israel is a small country in the Mediterranean Ocean, the Jewish Republic. Israel is one of the very small and powerful organizations in the world. When the name Mossad is used, the terrorist organizations will be surprised. Mossad, which is such a modern secret organization, will be surprised to know that it is a militant group at first. Yes, it is a group of terrorists. In the days of anti-Semitism and anti-Jewish movements led by Hitler in the 1930s, Jewish people, who could not tolerate those atrocities, wanted a place to live separately and peacefully for them. They wanted to rule themselves. Jews who could not bear violence went to Palestine. The number of Arab people in Palestine is high. But the Arabs in the Middle East did not like Jews coming. The Jews were attacked. In the 1930s, even the Britishers came to protest against the Jews. The Jews who came to protest that they had no place in the world became a militant group in full style. Finally, the militant army was created. The strongest group among them is Haganah. They have been taught to organize militant groups, to include Jews, and to use weapons. Their main objective is to establish Israel as the capital of the Jews. The Israel independence movement was established for this purpose. England, which turned back without all these barriers, liberated Israel in 1945. The 181st decision was made by the United Nations organization that Israel was declared an independent country. Everything that happened was fine. But for the independent Israelis, financial aid was not there. At that time, the United States stood as a pillar and provided financial assistance. Even now, aid companies are still buying. In the beginning, Israel thought that they should have a stronger and more independent defense system than the Middle East. You may think that such a system has already been shaped by Haganah. It is true, but it is a militant group, right? Now the question is how its situation and status should be in an independent country. In 1949, Haganah's subordinates were assigned to the Central Institute of Coordination under the leadership of Haganah's senior commander, Reuven Shilo Sifar. In 1951, Mossad became the ruling party. Mossad's specialty remained. Then came an opportunity. In 1967, Arab countries such as Egypt, Syria, Jordan, and Iraq launched a war on Israel. Their intention is that Israel's should not to stay in the world map. Israel's situation was nothing new. The rest of the world was worried. Israel was no less. They didn't fall for it. Israel's army has the details of what is happening in the 32 military bases in the Arab countries. They have a complete view of how to deal with those bases. For example, it is easy to say one thing, right? If you think it's great, you have to say at least one thing. An Israeli agent from an Egyptian army changed the name of an Israeli agent by saying he was an Arab. By fooling them like that, he returned the whole army to his Israeli army. The entire Egyptian army was imprisoned. They were imprisoned as war prisoners without fighting. How is this possible? This is the work of Mossad agency. Israel was ready to attack even if the Arab countries were defeated in just 6 days. Now you will agree, right? It's a historical victory for Mossad. A victory that only Israel could achieve. The view of the world was then turned towards Israel. It is not untrue that the view of the soldiers of all countries turned towards Mossad. The opinion on Mossad on the world was never rejected. Adolf Eichmann, for example. After Hitler's death, 4 Nazi commanders were killed. Some of them went into exile. Among them, the most dangerous, bloodthirsty, and evil Adolf Eichmann. He is the embodiment of Judaism. In 1960, Mossad found him in Argentina. He was carefully rescued from his residence and brought to Israel. There was an inquiry into the identity of the Jews. If this is correct, the Argentine government did not know this entire incident. Argentina is not expected to have rescued him from his homeland. Another incident that Mossad went to carefully is the Munich massacre in 1972. 11 persons from Israel joined the Olympic Village in Munich, Germany, to participate in the Summer Olympics. In that Olympic Village, 11 players were killed by terrorists. Israel did not give up without taking revenge. Wherever those terrorists were in the world, they searched for them and killed them. Israel told the world that they will remove the stone with a stone and that torture is the answer to torture. They said that they would not try to hide their anger. The operation is called the Wrath of God. Another operation is Thunderbolt. It happened in 1976. The same operation, Opera, happened in 1981. Operation Moses ended in 1985. It is recorded that no such operation was unsuccessful. It is not surprising that the world's superpower countries are so close to Mossad. All this is not to be talked about openly. It is her power. It is the reason to follow. America, the world's eldest, has accepted Israel's megasystem Mossad's power and capabilities very clearly. America has been observing Mossad terrorists since 1950. In addition, it has also donated aid and assistance to the Israelis who came to its country. But the joint operation that the two countries did together, it was launched in 1959. Its name is Operation Diamond. Russia made the fastest MiG-21 fighter jets at that time. Everyone started to look at this indication. America, Britain, and the United Nations have made many attempts to destroy this technology. In 1966, Mossad pulled the MiG-21 fighter pilot into a honey trap. The fighter plane landed in Israel. America will completely control the MiG-21. In fact, Israel played an important role in this operation. There is no place for justice and truth here, so no country can take a step on that scale. No one can be pleased. We have to improve our strength. There is a saying that in war and love there is something called strength. It has divided the countries in the middle. Terrorist activities have been destroyed. As a result, the area was turned into a place of extreme destruction. Israel is the main target of all this. In this regard, terrorists didn't leave America at any cost, but they are all very small. At the time when everyone thought it was like that, 9/11 September 11th terrorist attack happened in 2001. 2 passenger planes that destroyed the World Trade Center. The people of the world thought that the terrorist attack was a disaster. It is true that the CIA and FBI were unable to stop these terrorists. In 2003, America and its friendly countries, Great Britain, Australia, Italy, Spain, and Poland, launched a campaign in the name of Liberate Iraq. The U.S. security system, the Pentagon, the center of terrorist activity, the Iraqi leader, who protested against the terrorist acts that killed innocent people, tried to kidnap Saddam Hussein. There should also be respect for the efforts. Mossad gave the least training for that. You are listening to the truth. Israel Mossad gave training to America. Mossad taught the Americans how to protect themselves from the bombs and suicide bombs. America has learned advanced tools and techniques. In January 2003, the Pentagon teams joined Tel Aviv in Israel and learned the secret agent lessons. The Mossad agents taught the counter-emergency attacks to the Pentagon agents. Even in urban warfare's Marine license, American soldiers were trained by the Mossad organization. There are many lessons from the Mossad on how to deal with terrorist mindsets and how to act at any time. All of these have been translated into English and then read by the U.S. military, along with their military authorities. In the early days of Israel, Israel helped America a lot. Recently, in 2020, the Americans took the help of Mossad. All of the Middle East military operations, in order to kill Qasem Soleimani, Iran's major general, who was in his custody, the United States received help from Mossad. The U.S. military used the American NQ-9 Reaper drone to kill him, but it was not easy to trace Soleimani. On the day Soleimani was killed, he changed his mobile number 3 times. Still, Mossad Zabil and Soleimani were got traced from all this. With their help, the American mission was completed and Soleimani was killed. India and Israel together found Pakistan's nuclear weapons and did the work to spread it to the world. Its name is the Kuhata Plan. If you like this video, please like and share. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and click on the bell icon. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.